Welcome back to Politics in Perspective, everyone. Tom Del Becarro. It's time now for our difference maker interview. And this week I have my longtime friend and all around brilliant guy, Rod Martin. There he is. How are you? Great to see you. If you, let's keep his vitals up there. You can check him out at rodmartin.org. Or you could just be lazy and turn on Fox Business and watch him there virtually every day and live and learn. But he's got an interesting past. He was part of the crew that was it at PayPal that where you were involved there. You went on to form your own company. You're a grassroots guy. You help people out throughout the country, and you're good enough to help us here today. And this will be a good interview because you're one of those guys who knows a lot about a lot, not just about a tiny amount. So I want to get right to some questions or maybe you could tell people a little bit about what your company does so they can understand your background.
Well, Martin Capital invests in technology companies primarily. We're very interested at present in space tech, in various internet applications, and actually in doing some of the things for insurance that we did for payments at PayPal. The insurance industry, for the most part, is very much in the 90s, and there's a lot we could do for it. So Martin Capital invests in things like that. We're trying to make the world better.
Okay, so let's talk about AI. Now that you say that, I it's been my supposition. I've said for 2 decades or more that productivity is understated. The advances in productivity because of computers, and it's very hard to quantify, but there's more productivity than is actually being stated. And when it comes to AI, that's going to accelerate.
Yeah.
uh, I think about my career where I can do things on the computer as attorney and don't need a secretary, but you know more about this than me given your background. Could you comment on that and your thoughts?
No, you're exactly right. And time prices don't even fully capture it. As brilliant as that concept is, and hats off to Gail Pooley and all those guys. But the truth of the matter is, I am infinitely more productive holding an iPhone in my hand than I could have possibly been 15 years ago or 30. It's just not even comparable. And to give you an idea of the scale, my one individual iPhone has more computing power than existed on all of planet Earth when we walked on the moon. So it's just amazing what that achieves. And one of the more extreme but amazing things is you've got kids in West Africa who a generation ago would have been dying of starvation or something terrible, who are now getting a college education on an iPhone off a Starlink. And it's just incredible. So, yes, we're unleashing that golden age Trump keeps talking about. It's not always perceptible. It's not always quantifiable, but it's changing the world at an extraordinarily rapid rate. And AI is only going to ramp that up. I'm not overly concerned about job loss. I know a lot of our friends in the Valley are, and they're talking about universal basic income and all kinds of terrible, terrible solutions for this problem that probably doesn't exist. We've seen this play. We've seen how technology gets adopted, how it works through the system over time. There was a time when 80% of humanity worked on a farm. Today in the United States, that's about 1.2%. They're not all in a breadline. They were freed up to do higher value things. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. AI over the next 10 to 15 years is going to multiply productivity tenfold. And I can guarantee you it has probably already increased my productivity fivefold. And we're just getting started.
Yeah, as somebody who writes history books, I remind people that before the automobile, life was pretty slow, but the automobile and its related industries are 22% of the economy. And they were crying at the time that of the effects to jobs and stuff. And